In this video, we're going to be going over how to keep your Facebook page secure. So there's a couple different settings we're going to want to go over here. The first is the admin for your actual page. So once you're on your Facebook, so let's say I'm on my Facebook. So once you're here, you're going to want to either click into your page and switch to it, or if I go up and click on my profile picture, I can click this to switch into my page. Now I'm interacting as my page, and I'm going to click on my page again, and then you'll see this settings bar over here. So we have our settings, we have professional dashboard and other things. So we're going to want to click onto settings here. Right here, you have your general page settings, but what we want to do is we want to click on new pages experience. And from here, we can see everyone who would have access to our page, people who have task access or are just community managers, and then our business account as well. This is where you would run ads and do other things. So if we wanted to add someone or remove someone, we could see them here. We would click add new, click next, and then we could search a person's name and a little button would appear and we'd click add and they would get a notification. But if you do see anyone here, that means they have access to that page, and you could just click remove over here and either change their status from an admin where they can control everything, they can delete the page, or just change it where they're just a manager so they can do things like post content, but they can't see any of the personal account details or delete it or do any of the really important things. So that will all appear in here. And you can click on page management history right here, and you can see everything that has happened. So claimed ownership of the page, change phone number, etc., and then change the username. So if something happened, you can look into this and see everything that has happened in here. So those are those settings. Now, if we go back to our general settings here, one way you're going to want to keep your page secure is by having two-factor authentication. What this is if someone logs into your profile, even if they have your password, they need to be texted a code, which would go to your phone number, in order to actually log in all the way. So they would not be able to do that unless you gave them that code. Now, since pages aren't technically their own individual thing and it's just managed by an actual individual account, you don't have two-factor authentication for a page, but you can turn it on for your personal profile and it kind of works the same for the page. So if I wanted to do two-factor authentication, I would just switch into my personal profile here, and I'd click on this and I would click settings and privacy, and then I would click settings, and I would click into where it says Meta Account Center here. And if I go down, we can see password and security here. And I would click two-factor authentication. Again, with the Meta Account Center, it connects Facebook and Instagram. And you can see we have two-factor set up for both of these already. And we can choose which one we want to put two-factor on. So let's say I want to put two-factor authentication on this. It'll ask me to set it up. So we could use an authenticator app, or we could just do a text message. We have the text message at the moment, but I would just click here to set up the text message, and it would ask for my phone number. It would send me a code, and I would just input that code there. So I could do that through there, or they have additional methods. One thing you want to keep in mind is they give you a security key when you do this. So if for some reason you lose this two-factor authentication or a way to access this, you can use one of these security keys. So make sure you are keeping this in a safe spot. I recommend having it digitally and printing it out. And then down here, you could click into recognize devices, and it will show you a list of all the devices where your Facebook is logged in, and you could remove those devices if you see one that's not recognized. So that is how you can keep your Facebook page secure.